Hi everyone, welcome to JamalsTUBE. Today's video will be about the Channa Marulioides care and tank setup. I have 8 currently and all are healthy and vibrant. If I could describe them, it would be like having a dog that knows when you are there and wants to be fed, a snake but without the slithering and smell. No offense to anyone and to snakes. A fish that just chills in its aquarium. Mix all of that and you get the Channa Marulioides. This video I will be sharing the tank size recommendations, habitat and scaping, the food I give and the training tips so that you too can get the fair chance in raising a beautiful specimen under your care. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video by giving me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, do comment and I will surely reply. Stay until the end. I hope you enjoy this video. Channa Marulioides, or also known as the emperor snakehead, is a territorial predator fish. The emperor part of its name illustrates its size that can reach about 45 to 60 centimeters or 2 feet. They breathe air by reaching the surface of the water like Siamese fighting fish, as they have labyrinth breathing lungs. They have stripes on the sides called bars, and the white spots that you see are called flowers or bunga in the local language. The flowers happens from the mixture of black water conditions with extreme sunlight and brightness. The more flower and shapely bars your maru has, the higher asking price you could set for it. The bars have variations from thicker bars to curvy bars to thin spread bars. And the colors of maru come in yellow, red, and orange, depending on the streams they are found in. Emperor snakehead fish can be found in South Asian countries, mostly in Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia. The variations and their names, such as yellow or red SENTARUM or red barito, describe the names of the streams that they are found in Kalimantan, Borneo, Indonesia. I have 3 red baritos, 2 yellow SENTARUM, 1 Malaysian Channa bunga, and 1 yellow jambi. I also have 1 red bangaris, and this is considered to be a rarer species that is more intensely red. In the wild, they are commonly found living as a couple or alone, naturally found in the mid-depth and near the bottom. That being said, you should not house your channa with smaller fishes that can fit the mouth of your maru. If you do decide to do so, make sure the fishes are larger than your maru and are the types that are peaceful. However, I would recommend not to house your maru, especially the young ones, with any other fish because it might affect your maru's mental state, which can make your maru shy and less active, especially during its growing, developing years. When it comes to feeding your maru, I would give them mealworms, superworms, and earthworms. Occasionally, I will give them live shrimp for them to chase around, crickets, and cut up prawns. However, all of my marus eat dry food pellets, especially the ones that enhance its colors. Comment down below if you're interested in the brand I use. It's important to serve a variety of protein food for your maru so as to ensure proper health and nutrition. I do not want my marus to be overweight and obese, and it's actually quite easy for them to get to that state. Therefore, I feed them twice a day and sparingly. Better to feed light but often compared to single heavy feeds. Never in excess, because not only will you pollute the water faster, you will also train your maru to just eat and eventually become inactive. They are quite opportunistic hunters, However, in nature, they are not fed too often and do not get obese. 1 or 2 pellets in the morning per channa and live food in the afternoon close to the evening. I will adjust eventually as they grow, but I will always observe first how much they eat before the belly bloats. If the belly bloats too much for many days, then you have definitely overfed your maru. I also practice 1 day out of the week for my maru to go fast. This will help them keep their digestion active and not always filled with food. I would also avoid feeding your maru live feeder fish because they are not filled with nutrients and more filled with diseases. For my current setup, most of my marus are still below 1 foot in length or 30 cm below, and they are still considered baby or juveniles. I use a 2-foot tank about 60 cm length, 30 cm width, and 40 cm tall, roughly about 20 gallons. If your maru is still below 30 cm, a 2-foot tank is more than enough to house your maru for at least a year and a half to 2 years. This is because in nature, as juveniles, they tend to stick around in smaller, shallow areas that are away from flowy areas. Small tanks or maximum 2-foot tank is sufficient in allowing them to grow in an environment that suit their size so they do not become afraid of such a big space. It is also easier to clean up, to add nutrients, and to clean up bits of uneaten food. Once they are adult, and once you have completed the treatment to make their colors more vibrant, then you can proceed to placing your maru in a 3-4 feet tank. It is more important for your full-grown maru to have the width of the aquarium minimum 2 feet width and the length about 4 feet tank as a minimum. But as a juvenile, small tanks are better. I add vitamins as well to supplement their growth because the flowering white spots are also accelerated when there is more calcium in their food. For all of my Channa Maru tanks, I only use a bubble sponge plus air pump. There is no need for fast flowing filter systems. When the flow is fast, it will stress your maru, and when your channa is busy stressed, staying afloat, it will not have the chance to develop its colors and become black instead. They are very simple creatures as juveniles. Keep them in temperature of 24 to 28 degrees, and if you have a sunny spot at home, then take advantage of that situation and put your aquarium there. They will love the heat for some hours of the day, and the sunlight will help them with the flowering. Marus can live in pH of 4 to 6. The acidification of water comes from the decomposition of plants. This phenomenon changes the color of the water, which tends to turn brown. In some areas, particularly rich in organic matter, the water is so dark that it's called black water. Black water is the secret to the treatment for your maru's red or yellow color and its flowering process. I would advise you to stock up on very thick Indian almond extract or ketapang leaves after each water change or for the treatment process. As mentioned earlier, Maru's biotope is one of that is black water, slow and stagnant waterways filled with a strong presence of vegetation, aquatic and marsh plants, decaying organic matter, roots, etc. I have videos on how to build an aquascape planted tank if you are not familiar with the setup. If you are able to build an aquascape for your maru with grass plants, driftwood, and sand, then you would mimic almost 100% of its natural habitat. However, most of my current setup is comprised of just lava rock, 1 mm size. that come to small sand granules. You can also use the bigger size ones for decoration, as I have, as well as Kerala sand. Lava rock is used in many filter setups, so by providing the substrate with lava rock, you are already setting up the tank itself as a filter. I would also add live plants like anubias, ferns. They won't eat the plants, however, in planted tanks, their movement may uproot some of your plants, so it's best not to keep stamp plants. Grass, floating plants are also a great addition as it provides cover for your maru and making them more safer and secured. If you know the color of your maru, yellow or red, use white sand for your yellow maru and red sand, lava rock, for your red maru. It will help their colors develop more. For the background, I would advise to use white colored when they're juveniles and still not confident. Once they're moving about and have a strong mentality, then switch the background to black. It will enhance the color as well as create a reflection of another maru, of which will keep your maru constantly confident to defend his territory instead of cowering in the covers. Marus are also known to be great jumpers, so make sure that you have a cover for your maru tank. They are known to jump because in their habitat, flooding and drought is year-round, and at times they may end up in less favorable ponds that diverted from the streams. This also means that if you are a lazy aquarium hobbyist, a maru would be a perfect pet for you because sometimes I only change the water after 2 to 3 weeks and my maru does not complain nor show signs of sickness like other fishes in the same exact situation. From what I have described so far and shown you from the clips is that they are quite simple to take care of. But because they are aggressive and territorial, you may just end up having one fish per tank. Unless housed with bigger fishes, but only do that once your maru has reached at least 45 centimeters in length of a mature adult. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my channel if you found my content useful one way or another. Thank you for watching.